grab it.
Baseball team. Do you guys mind moving to the little visitor area? We ran out of senator seats. Thank you.
Meeting's in session. Hello, guys.
Baba?
Here.
Bauer? Here. Wakira?
Present.
Weir?
Here.
Brunner?
Here.
Bukoven? Here. Burton? Here. Cabrera?
Here.
Dion?
Here.
Ferrari?
Here.
Friedman?
Here.
Gillingham?
Here.
Gossick?
Here.
Horn?
Present.
Jennings?
Yep.
Liberto?
Here.
Martin? Here. McBride?
Here.
O'Brien? Here. Orchid? Here. Hatch?
Present.
Shea?
Here.
Upright?
Here.
Weaver?
Here.
Westerville? Here. And Yonkers?
Yes. Moving on to the reading, correction, and approval of minutes.
I move to accept last week's minutes by unanimous consent.
Any objections? Okay, passed. Guest speakers, no. Visitors' comments? Any comments from you guys? Yes.
So, is Ian just not gonna come
He's here
along?
next week.
Okay.
Any other things? Moving on to officer reports. For next week's meeting, if all the committee chairs could have at least like two set plans of like what they want to do this year, and maybe like tell us how you plan to do them. That'd be really cool. I hope that you can do this during your meeting this week. Talk with everyone and make sure everyone's on board. And just in the meeting, just like talk 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe we could like play back at you and stuff, but it'd be really nice to know where we're all at. And that's it for me. Any questions, comments from the chairs or anything? VP Cobb. On board. Any comments? We're going to pass public relations. Treasurer Lopez.
All right, Finance Committee has officially been moved. It is Wednesdays at 5:30 in Cusa 123. I've worked out most of the details for the information session for this semester. I'm going to discuss that at the Finance Committee and finalize the details on Wednesday. And just to check up on the general finances, we have about approximately $7,000 more than we did at this point last year.
Any comments from Nancy?
And the huge bonuses.
I told him I was making time on. Believe me.
Any other comments or anything? Secretary Megan Burke.
I do not have anything to report.
Advisor Wendy. Okay. Any comments? Okay, committee reports. Academic affairs, we're going to pass that right now. Going on to activity. James,
I do. I have a full report.
fair enough, then you got it.
So, for those who aren't aware, I am the academic affairs chair for the rest of the academic year. I know we talked about last semester the introduction of minus grades into our grading system, and the faculty senate, mainly Jerry Graviner, needs the compilation of all student input by next Wednesday. So every senator is tasked now to talk to the people that you represent. That's what we're supposed to do. To see what they think, get their feedback, tell them that it's not going to affect previous grades. So it's only going to be grades recalculated from fall 2014 onward. And then email me back by Friday this week with the reception that you guys are getting, good, bad, what they have questions about, what they don't understand, things like that. I'm meeting with Gravender on Wednesday, and then I'm going to get the final compilation. I mentioned that in my report next week, because then he has to get all the final information by Wednesday. Yes.
If we decide to keep the system, so no minuses, are we gonna start making teachers use that, or because I have a couple teachers who still use the minus system?
It's essentially already been decided that they're introducing the minus grades into the system.
Okay.
Because the faculty senate has unanimously voted for that, but they still want student input so that they can. To make sure Gravender doesn't eat my face off. Essentially. Yes.
Haven't they always been doing plus minus just for A?
No.
A plus minus?
Nope. Grades are B, B plus, C, C plus, A. That's it.
Could you like send us, or could we get some sort of
I can send you the
information
document.
on like what it would mean to get an A minus compared to a straight A, as far as GPA stuff?
I will send that to Sue tomorrow and have her send it to the Senate, so you guys, it's the document that the faculty senate has drafted. But essentially, it makes a B plus a 3.33 and an A minus a 3.7, and then an A would be a 4, and then an A plus would be a 4, and that's a weird designation there. It gets
There
rid of
is
the,
no A plus, it's just 4.
no, there is an A plus in the one consent. That it's for extremely exemplary students.
And then it would be like a 4.2 or something.
No, it'd still be a 4.
It's just
an A and A
Well,
plus.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
apologize. When I say there's no A plus, they can give you an A plus if you want, but there are no additional
It's still a 4.
award
It's
points
not
for
GPA
it. It's
points.
still, yeah, there's no additional GPA points, it's just 4.
Sitting on like the committee with Luciana and talking about academics with them, the A plus is more so like something nice, like a little merit on your transcript instead of any like factoring into like what you're saying into your GPA. So it's like it's mainly for people that like are going to grad school and need those like extra like little bump ups that look good on the transcript. And I mean, it's still circling around like the teachers and the professors too, like of what actually like exemplifies as an A plus. But it's nothing with your GPA. It's more so like for that you did extremely well and went above and beyond, and let me help you get into grad school kind of look.
So I will send that document to Sue to have her send to everybody else, and that should clarify a lot of questions.
Nathan?
I just want to ask real quick. You said they take place from fall 2014 forward?
Yeah, so it won't affect you at all.
Okay, so last semester it doesn't matter what I got or any.
Well, it does, but
Well,
for your graduation requirements, but
yeah.
grades calculated from so beginning this fall into the future is when they be recalculated under the new system.
Okay.
Yes.
Does the new system have strict guidelines, like, whereas right now a teacher can decide like a 92 tonight? Or
It doesn't have that. It's just how the actual grades are weighted towards GPA calculations. So I'll get that, and if you guys have any other questions, just shoot me an email. I'll respond to those. Also, quick update with the library project that Cusa kind of started last year. We met with the third of 3 architect companies today so now we have to come up with a recommendation to give to Tony, the core team, which firm that to go with, and then we're looking to do construction phase beginning, bumping it back a little bit from originally this summer to possibly the fall or the next academic year, because we want to do this right. So we don't have to go back in 2 years and redo it. The focus is now going from just the second floor area above the library to doing a master plan for the ERC to find out what is the future state of this building, so that we can effectively use the space, time, and money that we have now.
I'm sorry, just a clarification question. Are you discussing doing construction during the school year? Because that seems...
That's all information that we haven't figured out yet. but they're not gonna shut down the library,
Yeah, I would hope not.
essentially. So if there was construction in the school year, it'd be in the second floor space, but that's also something that has to be decided once we get conceptual designs decided. And my committee looked for an email from me later this week about our new meeting time.
Before we move on, I talked about this last semester. Remember with the scaling that we have at like right now, for graduate schools, you can never have a 4.0. It's always lower. So let's say we have a 4.0 now, we'd have like a 3.8 no matter what. So this new scale actually makes you have a 4.0, which is nice.
They graduate schools because you don't currently have a plus minus system, they recalculate your entire GPA based on a plus minus system.
We can move on. Any other questions, comments? All right, activities, Brett?
So right now we're just focusing on 2 events. The first was Mr. Clarkson, like we mentioned last semester, which we didn't hear back from Tasia quite yet. Finalizing that we will be collaborating with them, so Kendrick is going to look into that tomorrow to kind of get their word on it, and we're looking to do that right before February break. And then the second event, we're looking at doing a Mardi Gras based event right before spring break. So that's basically what we're working on. That's all.
Any comments, guys? Sounds fun. Elections and policy, Roberta?
I have a very nice medium Cusa fleece that someone has not picked up.
That's mine.
Okay. Committee will be having a meeting tonight after this meeting, so I will see all of you there. It's going to be super fun, and also it's going to be short. That's fun. Senate, look for an email for the email constitution that we will probably approve tonight. So I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but just look for that and please read it. I'll let you know what has changed, because I understand that, my committee's awesome, no big deal, but, sometimes we make mistakes, so we just want you guys to pick up on that. So, yeah, I'm all set, thank you.
Any comments? Okay, student life, Jacqueline?
Okay, so I'll go into further detail about a lot of this stuff next week when we'll have a little bit more time. But basically what we're going to be working on this semester is the tobacco-free initiative still, because they're looking at implementing it throughout like a 3-year plan, and I can go in more depth with that next week. And we're also going to be conducting a survey on the gym and the equipment use and what we can do to improve that. So those are 2 of the things that we're working on this week. As well as getting meals with at Java. That's something that we're still working on.
Any questions? Thanks, Jackie. GSA, Ellen.
Someone approached me last week discussing organizing an event in conjunction with GSA. If you just approach me again after this, we can finish the discussion about that. And that's it.
When do you want to discuss about it?
There's just someone approached me last week discussing arranging an event in conjunction with GSA, and I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
So.
Any comments? Old business? Moving on to new business. Casey, maybe you want to, I'm not trying to push it.
I move the Cusa Senate to approve to accept Colton Weaver as Public Relations Director.
Second. Any comments?
Hey, Colton.
Gotta vote on it first.
Like how it's like unanimous,
Okay, all those in favor, please clap. Not in favor, please clap. All right, welcome, Colton. Let's clap together. All right, moving on to new business. Senator, can you please read the motion?
I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of the Finance Committee to grant $500 from circumstantial contingency to Office of Student Life Engagement and the Career Center for a trip to Ottawa.
So I'm going to
pass around, I guess, one of each. One's a flyer, and then the other one is kind of our cost for the trip. I work with the Office of Student Life and Engagement, and so what this is, I don't know if you read your emails last year, but they went on a trip to Winterlude in Ottawa for a day. It was really successful. They took one coach bus, but they actually had a huge waiting list, so this year they're taking 2 buses. And there's 100 seats for the total amount of buses. And the price for those buses is where it's $2,000. It's $1,000 for each bus, so they're charging $10 a seat. And they already got funding from the Career Center and the Office of Student Life and Engagement. They asked Cusa for $500 additional dollars to help fund the trip. And it was approved by finance. It's February 8th. And I guess I'm going to pass this around if it's outside, but I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything like that.
Any comments from Colton? Questions?
I will just say, the main part of Winterlude is skating on the Rideau Canal, which is the world largest outdoor skating rink in Ottawa. I was just there Saturday. It's pretty awesome. So try to go.
Any other questions or comments? Okay.
Drinking age is 18.
19.
18 in Quebec.
You're
very close.
It's really just hop, skip, and jump.
Yeah.
Montreal.
Walk across the street or across the bridge together.
Yeah.
Now that the nasty folks gone, any comments or questions?
And everybody else.
Anything? No? Yes.
I went on the trip last year. It's also a huge draw for the international students that are here. It's a really cheap way for them to get to Canada as well as being in the U.S. and all that sort of stuff. I also went on skate on the canal. It's really cool. But yeah.
Any other comments or questions? Yes, sorry.
Live music. You know what type of bands are going to be there?
Anybody ask?
Is this going to affect your vote?
Not really.
So then we'll get an answer when we get back. Okay. Any other comments? Okay, so I guess we're gonna vote.
Can we see the flyer first?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Take your time on this. This is actually some money. Just take your time. Don't worry about it.
Just like
Then you can vote now.
yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Did everyone see the flyer? Did everyone get a good view of it? All right, if we vote now? Any questions? All those in favor? All those opposed? Rock and roll. Okay, it's accepted. Let's get Colton in here. That's okay.
Where'd you go?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm back.
I believe.
Class of four. Congratulations. All right, Senator Bakira. Please read the motion.
I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of the Finance Committee to grant $219 from the circumstantial contingency to baseball club.
Seconded.
Perfect. Do you guys want to talk at all about this? Or?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is there
Yeah, just sit in the middle or something. Let's see your face.
Please smile on the camera before you.
We're just asking for money for a house screen. We practice in the walker right now, and we don't have the necessary safety equipment to do so. And it was our agreement with risk management that they had no issue with the club as long as we had the correct safety equipment, and this would just be the next step forward. Hitting practice would be very nice to have a screen in front of you so you don't get killed by someone. So just help progress the club a little bit.
Yes.
I can't remember during the finance committee meeting, did you find a place to store it?
Yes,
Okay.
it's going to be right along.
Okay, just.
You're talking about the thing that's in front of the picture?
Yeah.
Looks like I had no idea. Any other comments? And the baseball club, the baseball actual team has one, they just want you to let you borrow it, or
Yeah, they're
not being nice?
fishy, yeah, kind of fishy situation.
That's not very professional. Any other comments? Okay, can you guys, I'm gonna ask you, please, yes, politely. All right, any other comments or concerns? No? I'm gonna ask the Joe. What's up? Yeah, sure, read the motion, yeah. Sorry.
That's a quick question. Did they come in asking for 219?
Weird number.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably
Is,
the
is
exact
that
price of it.
is that like a new one, or did they not look for? Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's it.
Senator Buchanan, could you read the motion?
Sure. I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of the Finance Committee to grant $219 from the circumstantial contingency to baseball club.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, it's approved. Doug, could you please get them if possible? Congratulations, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Good luck. We expect you to get some wins or something, right? All right.
And then touchdowns.
Oh, Senator Jennings, can you please read the motion?
Senator Jennings left.
Well, Kira, can you please read the motion?
All right, if you say so, Mr.
Thank
President.
you.
I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of the Finance Committee to grant $50 from the circumstantial contingency to Circle K for socks. Yes, guys.
Hello.
Hi. So January is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month in the United States. So we're doing a week-long program in the Student Center. We'll be selling t-shirts for $5. And on the front they say people are not products with a barcode on them. And on the back it says that Circle K and Clarkson University are teaming up to fight against human trafficking. Will you? So we're also handing out informational flyers and just trying to generate more awareness on campus because we think it's something that Clarkson's whole student body could really benefit from. And then on Friday from 5 to 7, we'll be showing a documentary in the Student Center, and we'll also have a discussion led by a professor afterwards. So we're asking for the $50 to help decrease the cost of the t-shirts because they cost $7.40 for Great Northern to manufacture them, and we only want the students to pay $5 for them just because we think that more people are likely to buy t-shirts if they're less than $7.40.
And our goal is that the more people that buy t-shirts, the better, because we want everybody to wear them on Friday when we air the documentary. So all day on Friday, we want them to wear them, and as their like awareness, the more people that are wearing them, the better.
How many did you guys order?
50.
I bought one, they're pretty cool, so I already got one.
Oh, thank you.
Any other comments? Okay, can you please step out and we'll talk about it? Yes, Judge.
With 60 dollars, I move to amend the amendment, strike 50 and add 100. For strike 50 from the movement and instead write 100. Why? They have all. Right, but they said $7.50 for a shirt, and they're only charging $5. I think it's something that's good to give a little extra money for.
Because they're getting the rest of it from Tammy.
All right, guys.
$50, well then I think we should just give them what they asked for.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the rest of the money's coming from another source.
Yeah, they have other sources giving
Right.
them money.
Yeah, they did have other sources, and I think just as a general concern, could everyone just speak a little bit louder?
Any other comments? No, I mean, no one has seconded, so I guess.
I'll second.
Yeah, okay. So, alright, so we're voting on the amendment.
What?
Oh, I thought that was the actual, I'm sorry.
It's too late, you already seconded it.
So we're voting on the amendment. Okay? So everyone here, can you please read the motion?
I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of Finance Committee to grant $50 from the circumstances.
100.
Say 100. You guys know $100?
With $100.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. All those in favor?
There for the amendment. Yeah, for
For the amendment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All those opposed? Alright, any abstentions? Wow, we got some scores. Sorry, it's not approved. So we're going to vote on the original, yes. Senator Mercurio, can you reread the original?
I move the Cusa Senate.
Louder.
I move the Cusa Senate approve the recommendation of Finance Committee to grant $50 from the circumstantial contingency to Circle K for son.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Abstentions? All right, I got it. $50. We're sorry to make you hear all that music over there, but congratulations, you got the $50, so it takes a long, but good job. Dr. Sue, thank you for doing such a great thing.
Thank you.
Any other announcements, comments? Yes.
This Saturday at 9 o'clock, there is a celebrity lookalike contest in the Student Center Forum, sponsored by Reslife. You should all show up, and there's some cool prizes for best male celebrity lookalike and best female lookalike. So if Luke wants to be Miley Cyrus, he can do that, and you get the best female lookalike. And then, so that's how that's working. And then email a photo of the celebrity that you're looking like to coveraclarkson@gmail.com by Saturday at noon. And encourage all of your friends to go because it's going to be pretty cool. And I'm the host for it, so you better show up for that.
What's the time again?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Or after the Cub event ends, whichever comes first.
Any comments, any announcements, anything? Yes, go ahead.
Alright, since I have to wait to get voted in for my list of things that I have to say, I'll keep it short. So I'm working on pictures because it didn't happen last semester. I'm in between either us doing it, the person that I went to wanted to be compensated, so I'm thinking we can do it ourselves and make it fun, but still working that out. I'm holding another ice cream social date. It's tentative, but we'll have a huge ice cream social date. And then I'm working with activities for the large event, mainly probably Mardi Gras, some other things that was part of their committee. And then also our logo, I'm trying to implement that. I contacted the person who designed it and won last semester, and I'm going to start implementing that onto some of our designs. I'm also working with the Cusa board back in the day in Shield Arena. I'm putting some things in there, so those are some things that I'm doing. Yes.
Did you ask the university photographer about the picture?
I asked someone who's in the photography club, but I haven't actually contacted the school's photographer.
Oh, because we have like a university photographer that I think has to take our picture or not and not be compensated for it. So.
I know her, who I'm going to reach out to her and do that.
Alright, yeah, that'd be great.
Will be enough ice cream for the senators?
Yes, and buying gallons of ice cream.
Are we planning to do like I think we had an idea of doing photos of just committees?
Yeah,
or
that's
are we doing
on there. It's
individual?
either committees or individual headshots or both. Kind of just working out, don't know how much room we have to display our photos, so that's also, and there's also time. The person I contacted said he's gonna edit. Yeah. So yeah, I'm working with that, but we might be doing both. That's awesome.
Lead chairs, don't forget what I said. Have a great day.
Really?
Sorry, I was confused.
It's in here.
I wore boots and